Yes.
Okay, noted. Can you read for us? So this is a Pascal. You take your book and your pen.
A classical economy is described by the following
Eh,
equations.
eh, Ah,
I'm
Marvin,
reading.
Marvin. Okay.
A classical economy is described by the following equations.
Okay.
1. Y is equal to 26 plus 2n raised to the power half.
Okay, so this is
2.
a production function. Okay, real output.
2. ND is equal to 1 over W over P all squared.
So this is the demand for labor function.
NS is equal to 8 into bracket W over P.
Labor supply function.
M is equal to 180 and K is equal to 3.
So this is money supply, and this is the K we said is 1 over V, 1 over the velocity of money. 1 over the velocity of money.
S is equal to 10 plus R.
Okay.
I is equal to 25 minus 4R.
Okay.
All variables have their usual meanings.
Good. So it means that if you don't know the meanings of the variables, no one is going to tell you here. They are just assuming that we know them. Okay, let's go to A.
A. Write down the equation that describes the classical aggregate demand curve.
Okay, so let's do that now. Um, okay, I'm sure you can see the screen.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the information that we have. And we said that under this, yes,
Can you take it back to the question?
I should go back to the question.
You are writing it.
Oh, the question is in the, when you go to the door box, when you go to macro, it's part of the lecture notes. You will see macro past questions there. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is the information that we have. Okay. And under this model, AD curve is giving us what PY is equal to MV, or this can be written as M equals K times PY. No matter how you want to write it, you still arrive at the same answer. Okay. So PY is equal to MV, where this is our nominal output. Okay. Price and then real output. This is money supply. This is the velocity of money. And we said that the velocity of money, this is the relationship between the V and the K. K is equal to 1 over V. Okay, K is equal to 1 over V. So from here, V will be giving us what? 1/3. Okay, 1/3. So now PY should be equal to, we're giving the money supply as 180. So 180 times V, which is 1/3. So PY is equal to 60 is our AD curve. Okay, PY is equal to 60 is our AD curve. I hope that's okay.
Yes.
Is it okay for everyone?
Yes.
You go like this.
Okay, we're talking about the AD curve, and this is it. There's a formula for finding the AD curve. PY is equal to MV. In some questions, you'll be given V, some like this one. We said we're giving K, and we said that K is equal to 1 over V. Okay, so to find your V, V will be what? 1 over K, which is what? 1/3. So we go back to the equation. PY is equal to MV. In the question, we're giving M as what? 180. Now we have our V as 1/3. So when you do the mass, you are getting 60. So PY is equal to what? 60. You can write it like this, or you can write P is equal to 60 over Y, however you want to write it. So this is our AD function or curve. Okay. Is that okay? Okay. Right. Let's go to the next question. Marvin.
Hello.
Question B.
B. Find the equilibrium values of the following variables: real wage, employment, real output, the price level, money wage, nominal output, and real interest rate.
Okay. So these are the variables we need to find. Okay, let's go to the solution. Okay, so first let's find W over P, and we can only find this in the labor market. And in the labor market, at equilibrium, ND is the same as what? As NS. Okay, so from the data that we had, this was ND 1 over WP squared. This should be equal to NS, which is 8 by what? W over P. So now it's just a matter of changing subject. So cross multiplication will give us W over P cube is equal to 1 over 8. Be checking the mass in case I get it wrong. So W over P cube should be equal to 1 over 8, which means that W over P is what? 1 over 2. Okay, so the real wage is 1 over 2. So we're to find real wage, we're to find N. So for N, you can either put it into the ND or you can put it into what? NS. This one, I put it in the NS. So N star should be 8 times W over P of what? 1 over 2, which is 4. Okay, which is 4. So now we found W over P, we found N. Are we okay? Can we continue?
Yes.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah, Audrey.
Please no. Please, I don't get the question A. The
A.
first one we did. Yeah, I don't get the whole thing.
This one.
Yes.
Audrey, next time, after doing the question, definitely I will ask, do you understand? Please don't let me move on before you take me back.
I was going to. I realized I didn't understand.
Your mommy sent you, eh?
No, I was going to, but I just realized I didn't get it clearly.
Okay, this one, we have to find the AD curve, aggregate demand curve, eh? And this is the formula. This is not from the question, you know this from what we've done so far. That PY is equal to MV. We're not giving V, we're giving K. From what we've done so far, we know that K is equal to 1 over V. Okay, 1 over V. So just find your V here. V should be equal to 1 over K. So we have 1/3 here. Okay, so for AD curve, the curve is in terms of price and output. So PY is equal to, where you see M is your money supply. So put 180 here times what? Your V, which is what? 1/3. 1/3 times 180 is what? 60. So your aggregate demand function is giving us PY is equal to 60. So that is all. PY is equal to 60 is your AD curve. Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay. Right. Do you have any question about B? What we've done so far? Okay. We know that in the labor market, there's equilibrium when ND is equal to NS. Okay. when ND is equal to NS. So we just equate these two functions, and they were given in the question. This ND, this NS. So when we equate them, that's what we are getting. 1 over W over P squared is equal to 8 W over P. From here, it's just change of subject. Cross multiplication. You get W over P cube is equal to 1 over 8. So if we find cube root of both sides, then we are getting the W over P is equal to 1 over 2. Okay, is equal to 1 over 2. So that's what we have here. That's W over P. If you want to get your N star, you either put your W over P into ND or NS. You can choose to put your 1 over 2 here. But I mean, I bet check a car. So just put it into the NS. You get N as what? 4. So this is your equilibrium N. Then we're to find real output, Y star. So just go back to Y. This is Y. Okay, so where you see N, you put your 4 there. So that's what we are doing here. So Y star is equal to 26, then 2 times 4 to the power half. So we are getting what? 30. Are we good with what we've done so far? Do you all understand? Please say something. If you do, yes. If you don't, no. So I know.
Yes.
Okay, good. So we move on to price level. We're supposed to find price. From our AD, we said that P times Y should be equal to what? 60, right? And now we know Y. So just put the value of Y here. Okay, PY is equal to 60. And now we know that Y is what? 30. So P times 30 should give us what? 60. So finding P, 60 over 30 becomes what? 2. So your price level is 2. This one too, are we okay? Do we
Yes.
understand?
Yeah.
Okay. The next one, we're to find what? Nominal wage, right? Nominal wage. We know that W over P is half. We had half, right? From here, we had half. And your nominal wage is your W. So making W the subject here, we have W, which is the nominal wage, which is price times what? The real wage. Nominal wage is real wage times price, okay? So now we know that our real wage is half, and now our price is 2. So nominal wage becomes what? 2 times half, which is 1. 2 times half, which is 1. Is that okay? Nominal wage is real wage times price. So nominal wage here is equal to price, which is 2 times the real wage, which is half. So our nominal wage is 1. Are we okay?
Yes.
Okay. Good. We move on. We're to find what again? Another interest rate. We're to find interest rate. Okay, let's look at the question again. Nominal output. Okay, N times Y here. I don't know why here they give us N times Y. It's normally P times Y, but when we go through the past questions, they normally use NY. Okay, so we'll also use NY. So we have to find NY and then real interest rate. So let's go back to the solution. I hope you can see. So our NY, N was 4, right? And then Y was 30. So N times Y, 4 times 30, which is what? 120. 120. And then for interest rate, we are going to the loanable funds market. And in the loanable funds market, we have equilibrium when savings is equal to what? Investment. We're given the savings function. This is the savings function. Just pick it. Equate it to investment function. That is what we have here. So now you have a linear equation in terms of R. So we group like terms. When we bring this one here, we'll get 5R. When we take this one here, we'll get 25 minus 10, which is what? 15. We divide through by 5. So this is our R star. Okay, this is our R star. Is that okay? Do we all understand? Okay, so I guess there's no question. So we move on. Let's go back to the questions and see what we are supposed to do again. Marvin.
Hello.
Yeah, C.
Assume the central bank conducts an open market operation to increase the money by 20%. How would your answers in part B above change?
How will it change? Now we've seen that for a monetary policy, it doesn't affect the real variables, right? It doesn't, which means that there will be no change in N, there will be no change in Y, there will be no change in W over P, but P will change. Then the nominal way to this one, I don't even know if we're supposed to do mass there or not, but let's see something here. If we have to increase the money supply by 20%, then 20% of 180 is 36. So this will mean that the new money supply is what, 216. Okay, 216. So if we want to find our new AD, you see that now it has increased, right? It has shifted upwards from 60 to what? To 72. But for that one, we know that W over P won't change, N won't change, Y won't change, R2 won't what? Won't change. But P will change. Because if the Y is still 30, if Y is still 30, and then PY, now PY is 70, then our new P is going to be what? 2.4. And finding the W here, we are going to get 1.2. So you see that there's a proportionate change in the two variables, W and then P, so that the real wage won't change. Initially, the nominal wage was 1 and the price was 2, so we had 1 over 2. Now the nominal wage is 1.2. If we divide this by 2.4, we'll still get our 1.2. So real wage won't change. Real wage won't change. Our 0.5, that's 1 over 2. Real wage is not changing, but price will change, and then nominal wage too will change. I just saw something here. I'm coming on.